boyfriend, baby. You're so hypnotic. You got me in your eyes, we're symbiotic. I don't wanna leave your side until it's only us two. I wanna dance, dance until I know you. Ooh la la, to me you're a superstar. Ooh la
welcome everyone here tonight as we are live right here from New Hampshire Speedway. And I tell you what, this is going to be a great one. This is the PGR Awareness for ALS 160, brought to you on the Blackout Racing Network, brought to you by myself, Brandon Smith. Now, Red Mask, thank you for the shout out, man. It's great to be appreciated once in a while. But tonight, these guys are going to have their hands full. This is going to be one, I don't know who's going to win. Can Rob Shaw capture a third win? The trifecta, that's right, the hat trick. If you play darts at all, you know what that is. But also, you have had other drivers emerge as top talent, including who won it the other time there, including Kurt Bray. Now, Bray wasn't in last week, so he couldn't shut Shaw down. Shaw came out on top with an amazing strat, especially at the end with the barn burner, and I tell you what, it was great to watch. And tonight, check it out, the Ben Madden all the way from Australia. He is rocking it. He is up at the top, hoping to put one down, get that race win that is eluded him. You also have Doug Ward. Doug Ward has been the bridesmaid, and he's been a bride a couple times, but he's hungry. He wants to eat. Let the big dog eat already, dang it. And of course, Gabriel Garcia doing it for Devin this season in the number 0. Can he get it done? He can. He's got great talent. He can definitely drive, but he's got to maintain it for 160 laps, that's where he falls short, is the, it's an endurance type deal. He's got to keep himself fresh. Of course, here's Rob Shaw bringing another one here. Jack Scoville, amazing week last week, couldn't deliver the dub. He's going to be on fire here tonight and ready to rock and throw down, along with Robert Lawson. Debut week last week, a little bit nervous, a little bit jittery, but he's back again, ready to do this and try and make up for what he did last week. Hopefully he can get it. But let's hear from Doug Ward and see how he feels so far about this season, but right after we go through a couple things. Let's go into tonight's race info and tell you what this is going to be all about here tonight. This is the PGR Awareness for ALS 160, brought to you right here on the Blackout Racing Network. This is New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Tonight's track temp is at a cool, comfortable 115 degrees Fahrenheit. Bust out the eggs. Let's go in a frying pan. We're going to make some scrambled eggs and hash browns, because they're going to need it. This track length is 1 mile around, so it's a short one located in Loudon, New Hampshire. And no weather outside. It's cool. 68 degrees, partly cloudy. Should help make that track temp stay comfortable and right around there. So hopefully they don't fry it too much as the night goes on, as you never want to scorch that front right here. That front right is going to be, they got to be very helpful. And you know what, we're going to bring up our race reporter first. Let's hear from our race reporter, Jamie Pugh, and see what he can tell us. Jamie.
Brandon Smith.
The man with many hats here tonight. You're a race, you're the everything downtown there. So what can you tell me about New Hampshire, that these drivers are going to have to watch out for, because we know you have some real life experience with some of this stuff. So let's hear from you on what drivers are going to have to do tonight.
Well, I mean, with the race only having 4 sets of tires, everybody's going to have to manage their tires as best they can, because this place tonight is definitely going to chew up some right side tires.
Yeah, we've all talked about that front right, and nobody realizes this. When you're entering a turn on an oval, there's one tire that actually never touches the pavement. It barely stays on the pavement. It's like barely. NASCARs are probably touched more than any other car out there because of how balanced they are. But the front left barely touched the pavement. It lifts the edge of the corner, lifts that front left up, similar to dirt track racing or even what is that no non-wing sprint that you run.
Yeah, correct. I mean, you know, it's all just cross weight and how cars are set up, and that's a lot of torque going on to the right rear and driving that right rear into the racetrack.
Yeah, so I mean, what's your pick here tonight? Who do you think, who is favored to win this thing, do you think?
You know, I'm going to go with the guy who's been close for multiple weeks. I'm going to go with Scoville tonight.
The Ruger man. So I dig it. You know, last week we seen it. He was he was riding first, had most laps led, and then he basically blew it. He blew it in the end off the racetrack, and of course the finish had a lot to do with it. Tonight, you feel like that could be the same scenario? If he gets out front, he's going to get comfortable?
I mean, I think tonight, especially here at Loudon, you know, track position is everything. If he can get up front and keep the lead, I think he's going to have a shot at winning this thing.
Yeah. Now it's my turn to make a pick, ain't it?
Yes, it is.
You know what? I know this is going to be the long shot of the century. I know it's going to be.
Who do we got?
I'm going to go for my boy Robert Lawson. I got to go for him tonight. So last week, what I seen out of him, he ran out early. Engine failure just wasn't his race. I think he's hungry here tonight. I think let the big dog eat.
Absolutely. You know, sometimes bad luck, misfortune the week before turns into really good luck the following week. So I hope it works out for him.
I know, and you have actually seen that out of a few drivers, especially, well, even out of me, for instance, for a case. You know, when I went into the certain recruitment race, there's people that think I can't actually drive these things, and there's a reason why I don't. But then also we get into Daga, we get into it, and what happens? I pull off a race win right out of nowhere. So it can happen, and especially for you too. I mean, you've pulled out a win or two where you didn't think it was going to happen, but it happened.
Well, right, exactly. I mean, sometimes being patient is definitely the longevity game. Sometimes a lot of people push too early and burn their stuff up, and then they eliminate their entire shot to win.
All right. Well, Jamie, thank you for coming on board for the insight. It is a pleasure to have you in the booth here tonight. You're absolutely spot on with your analysis here tonight. Let's hope the big dogs eat, and good luck.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. So Jamie Pugh, amazing guy. He can actually really drive. And now we got to hear from some of our other drivers. Let's hear from Doug Ward here tonight, who's been the bridesmaid a few times. Doug.
Hey there.
You've been the bridesmaid a few times. What's going to be the plan here tonight coming into Loudon?
I don't know. I mean, I feel pretty comfortable with it. Just got to keep it consistent, not make any major screw-ups. Don't forget to brake going into a turn, and should be in for a pretty good result if the times on the board are anything to go by. But yeah, we'll just have to see.
Yeah, I mean, throughout the weeks, you've had that pace. You've been up at the front. You've been a contender. We've seen you get a couple race wins, been on the podium. Any thoughts going through head just how to do it, or just keep doing the same thing and it's gonna happen?
I think if I keep doing the same thing I'm doing, I'll grab one eventually. But like you were saying, I have shown the speed to do it. And fun little fact, I have led a lap in every race so far this season, all three.
Well, now you just got to carry the lead on the last lap, and you'll be good.
Yeah, but sometimes there's a little more luck than skill involved in doing that.
All right, man. Well, good luck here tonight. Hopefully you're not the bridesmaid. Hopefully he's buying that victory lane here.
Hopefully.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So Doug Ward bringing a really good take on everything here tonight. Well, let's hear from driver of that number 0, doing it for Devin. Let's hear from Gabriel Garcia. Gabriel.
What's going on, B. Smith?
Man, what a night. You're out here doing it for Devin once again. How do you feel?
Pretty good. Definitely gonna have the tire save. It's gonna be a consistency-based race. So I'm excited to see what goes on.
Yeah, you know, when you come into this race and you're like, you know, we've seen you at the top. You're at the top of the board once again. What are you gonna have to do to maximize that pace and get to the front here tonight?
It's definitely basically just I'm gonna take it easy, let everyone else burn up their stuff, and when everybody's struggling for grip, I'm gonna be hoping to take advantage of it, you know. But at the end of the day, we're looking for top 3, top 5 finish. We're 4th in the points right now, so we don't have to push it. We're not gunning for anything right now. But yeah, it's consistent. Trying to stay safe.
All right, man. Well, good luck. Hopefully, don't set your tires on fire here tonight, and hopefully, have some success.
Appreciate it. Hey, I heard you or Jamie didn't pick me tonight, so you guys gonna be on my list. Y'all on my list.
Good. Maybe you'll put a fire under your butt to get a good finish, huh? How about
Hey,
that?
last time I checked.
You want to
Hey,
catch me outside?
last time I checked, I've been finishing top 5 almost every race.
You want to catch me outside? Huh? You want to catch me outside?
Hey, this ain't Talladega. This ain't Talladega, B. Smith.
It's not Talladega, but I can still finish at New Hampshire too, you know.
Hey, don't forget, I'm racing Monday with you guys, so hey, I'll lay some lawn on the ground.
I'll look for you in the wall. All right, good luck, buddy.
Later.
Later. So, Gabriel Garcia, man, what a little bit upset we didn't pick him, but hey, you know what? He'll get over it. Now let's hear from Elliot Jacobson. All right, I guess we just got to jump down here and do another one. Let's go to this one. Elliot. Elliot?
Hello.
Hello, my friend. How's it going?
Not too shabby. How about yourself?
I'm doing all right. We're here in New Hampshire. It's gonna be a hot one. How do you feel coming into this one?
I feel pretty good. I've put in a decent amount of laps for this one, and I feel I've got pretty good balance on the car and able to put down some decent lap times.
Do you feel like you think you got the strat narrowed down, because you know we don't do the stages or nothing? So I mean, you think you got that all down?
We'll see. It's a long race.
Yes, it is. 160 laps, not no joke to be doing, and hopefully we do find you up at the front.
That would be pretty amazing. But
I
don't know.
All right, man. I'll let you get down to it. Good luck here tonight, and hopefully the odds are in your favor.
Thank you.
Thank you. Elliot Jacobson ready to rock and roll here tonight. And now let's hear from Jamie Pugh's pick, Jack Scoville. Oh, Ruger, man.
You say you got that fast.
Ruger, man, what is going on? You're back again. You know, we got to say it, last week you blew it. But this week, New Hampshire reloaded. How do you feel about this one?
I'm feeling pretty good about it so far. I mean, hopefully we'll be able to stay out in front, be out in front and then stay out in front, and be able to come home with a good finish. I mean, it'd be good to get a win here with the sponsor of the car and the sponsor of the race. So we're gonna do what we can. try not to come out on the wrong side this time.
Yes. I mean, with the strat last week, do you feel like that could have cost you off your strat, being the pace that you did have?
It could have, but really what it came down to is I got dumped down the backstretch.
Hey, so if you would have stayed out front, you would have had that problem. There you go. Boy, gosh, would have pulled you back. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Or just avoid getting dumped. Jeez. It's not
I'm gonna
that
have to
hard.
try to do that a little bit harder.
Avoid not getting dumped.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, good luck here tonight, and try not to dump yourself while you're going around turn number 4.
Yeah, you see how clean that was, though?
I give you 10 points for an okay drift. An okay
Good.
one, but only 10 points.
I'll take that.
You didn't have much angle on it. Good luck, buddy.
Thank you.
Thank you. So Jack Scoville's ready to go, and now let's hear from Jesse Erdman. Jesse,
Yeah, I got you.
man, what a night to see you back out here. It's New Hampshire, definite fan favorite for a couple drivers out there. How do you feel about this one?
I don't mind it. It's kind of a fun little track. Still kind of need to get acclimated here, but we'll see. Should be a fun race. Hopefully we can keep it clean. Pretty slick at times, so hopefully guys can keep it under them.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, it's a race for a cause, and do you feel like that drives the fire in some of us, for a few of the drivers out there's bellies to maybe get that dub?
Yeah, I mean, some guys I may amp them up a little bit more. Yeah, we'll see.
There is a couple drivers out there. I do got to tell you, I know a couple drivers in the field actually have loved ones that struggle with the horrible disease that is ALS, commonly known as Lou Gehrig's disease. I got that right, didn't I? Fact check
I'm
me,
not
Erdman.
sure.
Fact check. I'll bring somebody up here I know actually has somebody struggling with it right now. But good luck here with you tonight, Erdman. Can't wait to see what you can do here tonight, and hopefully tonight is your night.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Jesse Erdman, the road course master. But now we're going to bring up somebody who knows about ALS, and he's going to tell us about tonight's sponsors. Jack Scoville.
Hello.
You know, not a lot of people know, like, the driver outside of the sim, but we know that you have a loved one out there struggling with the horrific disease known as ALS. I believe it's commonly known as Lou Gehrig's disease. How about
Yes.
you tell us about this, and how about you tell them where they can show their support to support a great cause?
Yeah, you can go to the ALS Foundation. Can't say enough about them for what they do for the disease and the people affected by it. But really, yeah, it's always a good race to have because my dad has ALS. And, it's a rough time. It's not fun. No part of it's fun. But we make it through, and you know, we're always trying to fight to make a difference and donating money where we can with the foundation, or with the association. So the ALS Association is where you got to be.
All right, Jack, thank you for that. I'm going to get you back to the guys because I know you got some practice to do. Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, and thank you. So Jack Scoville, give us some insight there. So now we're just 18 minutes away. So that gives me 17 minutes away. That gives me plenty of time to go run through tonight's points here. Brought to you by the ALS Association here at New Hampshire. Let's go ahead and run through these points here to show you how close these really are. Here we go. So at the top, you see Rob Shaw. He's got 15-point lead over Jesse Erdman. Then it is tighter than ever. Jesse Erdman, Ben Madden, Gabriel Garcia, Charles Balance, Jack Scoville, all in that above 90-point mark. We could see some drastic changes now. Kurt Bray getting knocked down way downtown. He's down to 68 points after last. He didn't show up last week, didn't gain any points. Therefore, guess what? He's near the back of the grid now in the points deal. But after that, you got Doug Ward, you got Brandon Perry, you got Mike Corvo, Elliot Jacobson. They're all fighting out that mid, like fifth place or whatever spot now. And then, of course, Kurt Bray, Landon Bednarz, he's a part-time driver. Emilio Romero showing up once in a blue moon. Nick Benz, not really showing up now either. Of course, Robert Lawson, the newcomer, put up 1 week, scored 26 points. He's on the bottom of the grid, but we could expect to see him jump up if he can get a good finish here tonight. And this points race is very tight here coming into New Hampshire. And that's where every point's going to matter, because these guys do straight points, no stage, no bonuses, no extra nothing. Hey, you did it. Hey, you won after 30 laps. Congratulations, golf clap. That's kind of how this goes when it comes to this style of racing. So they are going to have to put it together, and they're going to have to pound down for 160 laps just to make this one happen. Now let's hear from Brandon Perry, who can tell us more on how he feels tonight. Brandon Perry.
What's up, Brandon Smith?
Man, you know, last week, rough one at the end, but amazing point shifts all over the board. I mean, you yourself fighting in the top 10 still, but against a group that is hungry to do even more. How do you feel about how this is gonna go here tonight?
Well, I'm excited. You know, I love coming here every Wednesday now. It's a lot of fun. So that's what we're here for. So here to have some fun. This is also technically my home race. Closest track to me here in Massachusetts would be either, you know, this, and then right after this is Pocono, which we did last week. Probably too close, along with Dover. But I'm excited for tonight. I think the way that the points are shaking up this season, it's going to go until the end. We're going to see battles every week that matter for points. And in the end, remember, no playoffs here, just a points chase and a points battle all season long. So every lap, every race, every point is going to matter. No bonus points, at least this season. So I'm excited. I think this is a good track, especially when it comes to short track racing. I really do enjoy New Hampshire. You know, multiple grooves to be able to race. Yeah, man, right. 160 laps here tonight. So, getting tight. 160 laps here tonight, and remember, no stages. Only 4 sets of tires, so I do think, as some guys have mentioned earlier, I think tire strat is going to be big, and who burns their shit up, or excusez-moi,
that is, you know up. What? You put $1 that Werdar. I expect something on that one. You know better.
People have said worse, but you're right. I do know better. But yeah, man, I think whoever burns their stuff up, you know, some of these guys are notorious for burning their stuff up. So, you know, I've had a rough start to my season, honestly. I don't know, like I was saying in the chat, lost my mojo. Crazy part is, though, I've been having fun, a lot of fun this season, even though I haven't had the finishes. So I know once the finishes start coming in and racking those up, we'll be having even more fun. But tonight is an important race for the league and for me and my family. This is the PGR Awareness for ALS 160. 160 miles here tonight, but we're really here to, you know, shed a light on ALS and the families and, you know, patients that fight this disease every day. It's hard. You know, it's hard for the families. It's hard for the patients. They're out there every day just, you know, grinding it out and getting as much help as they can, but they need more help. And, you know, that's where these fundraisers come in. And, we need more research to, hopefully eventually find a cure not only for ALS but for cancer as well. So we're happy to be able to put on these charity races every time we do them, but this is definitely a big one for not only me and my family, but also Jack Scoville and his family as well. So yeah, man, we're looking to put on a good show here tonight and raise some money and some awareness for ALS, and we're looking to fight back as much as we can. Any donations can be made to the ALS Foundation, and you can just Google them. It's pretty easy to find. They're one of the biggest charitable organizations for ALS in America, so that's the ALS Foundation. Send the donations directly to them. And then you can also check out, there's a group called Compassionate Care ALS, and their website is CCA, wait a minute, CCALS.org, I believe. Compassionate Care ALS.org. Some really good people trying to help out, and they're trying to raise money not only for wheelchairs. They give wheelchairs to people with ALS, but yeah, they're just trying to raise money to help the families and find some research and some cures. So we appreciate it. Even if you just donated $1, it all adds up, and we're looking to make a difference here. We're not here just to race and have fun. We're here to make a difference in people's lives and try to do something good as a league. So we'll continue to try to put on these races every week, but that's pretty much it from me, and we appreciate all that you do, Brandon Smith, and hopefully we'll be able to put on a good show here for you tonight.
All right, and can you remind Micah Pocapanani? I have no. I hope I Poca Panny.
Micah, let me see. It's
Micah Pocopani. Can you remind him to get into the Discord for streaming purposes?
Absolutely. Once we're out of here, I'll send him a message, guy, and we'll see what he does.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you, Brandon Smith.
Not a problem. That was Brandon Perry. Give us a great message. I got time for one more interview, I believe. Let's see if I can't bring up Charles Chucky Balance and see from him. Chucky! Oh, Chucky! Chucky Bobucky, BE5. I'm not going to finish that one. All right, he's a little bit busy, I guess. All right, we are going to go on to do the one thing that makes this an absolute live stream, official race here at the network. Please rise for the playing of our national anthem. This time, who am I going to pick? Let's see here. Let's go with... who am I feeling this week? Let's see here. Jonathan Michael Fleming.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. Star
What a great time that one was. Now let's hear from our newcomer. He's listening to the chat as Jason. We're going to call him Micah Pokemonani. Pokepani. I don't know. We'll find out. Hey there, Micah. Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Is it... Your mic's not working. How do you pronounce your name for all the fans out there?
You said it right like the 4th time. Pokepani.
Pokepani.
Yes, sir. Like,
Micah
think of
Pokepani.
poking your panties, but without the T.
Oh, we gotta keep this PG here, all right, man? I'm on a stream
Yeah,
here.
that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing.
Here tonight, New Hampshire, brand new. It's a league race. How excited are you for this one?
Pretty excited. Pretty excited. Trying to not spin out on New Hampshire. You know what I mean?
How much experience you got coming in this one?
Like online.
Yeah.
I've been racing on racing for about a year now.
Hey, you're perfect. Sign me up. We're good to go. All right. I'm going to let you get some practice in here. I just seen you arrived a little late, but good luck here. Welcome to the stream. And hopefully you get a good debut in that number 9 machine.
Thank you, Brandon.
Thank you. So, Micah is ready to rock and roll. And I think I got time for one more. Yeah, I got time for one more. We're going to hear from Rob Shaw. Coming off of a race win last week. Let's see what his plans are here in New Hampshire. Rob.
Copy.
Man, you had the win up last week. You had it for week 1. How do you feel about coming to New Hampshire? Are you ready to throw down and get the hat trick?
Oh, we'll try today. It's a little hard track. I'm pretty sure we're all going to struggle a bit.
So on this one, when it comes to strat and stuff, you think what's the trick here? Is it going to be just burn them up, or is it going to be save until the very end?
Oh yeah, you're going to have to save tires here for sure.
All right, well, hopefully you get the hat trick. Good luck here tonight. You weren't anybody's pick, but good luck.
All right, that's all right.
It's all right. You just race for the fun of it, right?
That's right.
All right, man. Good luck, and hopefully all your fans...
Oh, I did have one question. Where do you go to look at all the chat after?
Oh, I think you got to turn it on YouTube.
Okay, perfect.
Yep. Good luck to you, buddy. So Rob Shaw, driver of that 519, ready to go to town here. Ben Madden actually proving to be the fast one here tonight. I hope I didn't make a bad choice by going for Robert Lawson, because I would love to see Ben Madden pull this one off. We are moments away, and we got to hear those 3 famous words before we can start anything. So we gotta bring him in here. We gotta talk to Jamie. We gotta bring a race reporter back in. A race reporter.
How's it going, Brandon Smith?
/ resident comedian. Jamie, we're gonna do a quiz this time.
Oh, a quiz.
All right, okay. We know you're licensed for the state of Michigan to drive. So, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna play like a game here. We're gonna be thinking of 3 words, but these 3 words are said at nearly every NASCAR event. Now, how well do you know your NASCAR? I know this can be tricky.
I know it very well, but I'm not licensed to drive in Michigan.
Oh, California?
No.
Fine. We'll go to the Boondock State. We'll just cut off Florida and send you there.
Sounds great.
But, all right. Do you think you have the correct answer? All right, we got, I'll give you 3 guesses here. We got an A is going to be bite my butt. B is going to be Perry can't drive. And C is going to be drivers start engines.
Well, I feel like the correct answer is C, but we're gonna go with B.
Oh, jeez, come on. We know that was wrong. We've seen the man.
It's all
He
fun.
can drive, kind of. I mean, he's on the track at least. And he manages to find his hauler every week. So, Jamie Pugh, let it rip. Let's hear him.
Drivers, start your engines!
Hell yeah, man. Now we can, it's an official race now. We did the anthem, we did the driver start your engine. I think that makes an official race now, right?
Absolutely.
All right, man. Well, good luck. Thank you for coming to the chat. Don't worry. I'll pull you up only a few times because I know you're down there spotting, buddy.
No problem. Thank you.
Thank you. Jamie Pugh having a blast. Everybody, make sure you shout that man out. He is by far the best guy I've had ever in the history of the network do that line. So shout him out. Maybe give him a kudos in the chat or something. But we are ready. We are set. It's time for qualifying. Don't go anywhere as we crank it up. We're going to get real loud here tonight. And we're going to definitely have some fun.
Karma's got a thing for me. We hold hands, make plans, keep the receipts. Karma, she's my best friend. One step closer, here's how it ends. Karma's got a thing for me. You see, you'll be digging up 6 feet. Karma's never let me down. My smile will cue when I cut you out. It's karma. It's okay to hurt your voice screaming in my face. I know you gotta bark when you don't got bite. Tell me, what's that like? What's that like? Being that insecure, acting up, immature. Had enough, I'm so bored. I'm so bored. It's karma. It's karma. Karma's got a thing for me. We hold hands, make plans, keep the receipts. Karma, she's my best friend. One step closer, here's how it ends. Karma's got a thing for me. You'll see, you'll be digging up 6 feet. Karma's never.
All right, here we are, and look at that. Kurt Bray going top of the leaderboard. Ben Madden is on track. Elliot Jacobson's on track. Doug Ward takes Bray down, goes P1 with a 30.337 time to beat. Charles Balance showing some pace. He puts it up in the front this time. He goes front row with time 0.204 off pace. He has been on fire the last couple weeks getting to the front, but he's been involved in incidents which could cost him. Ben Madden shuts him down and goes top shelf. Elliot Jacobson, that Liquid Death number 13, goes P3. So that moves Charles Balance down to P4. Kurt Bray all the way down to P5. Got Gabriel Garcia and Jack Scoville on track right now. These two drivers have got to find a spot to get some serious speed. I think if he can get the low side and get the run off the corner, he should be okay, but mid-line actually might be really fast too, or the high side. So that one's going to be a little bit tricky to see where he can get the traction at. Doug Ward still our time to beat though, with provisional P1. Gabriel Garcia goes P6 on his qualifying run. Scoville's crossed the line. Did he get it? Lap did not count, it looks like. So Scoville will have to go around again. Rob Shaw in the 519 SimQuest Chevrolet Camaro. Can he get there? Can he get it? I think he might try. Got to get a good run off the corner. That's. Oh, Shaw off the wall a little bit. Will it still count? Ooh, does not count. So Shaw and Scoville, lap's not counting. Scoville's coming into the pit. Shaw not happy about that one. Erdman, Coravo, Perry, and Pokapani are in pit lane still. Scoville's got to be devastated on that one. Doug Ward still the time to beat. He's getting more laps in too, because you can stay out the whole time as qualifying as long as you do not bring it in the pits. You see Scoville, he's just going to maybe post a lap here just to get him on the grid a little bit out in front. Jesse Erdman. Jesse Erdman's actually out on track now. He might have got his tires hot on the first one. Brandon Perry and Mike are out on the going on the track now. Is still Doug Ward top of the board. Jesse Erdman might have a good showing here on qualifying. Looks like he's got some good pace. Here at the Magic Mile, he's going to see what he can do. He gets a good exit. He screams it down the drag strip. Goes up P5. So shut Bray down another row. So interesting take on everything. Oh, it doesn't go down another row, I guess. Kurt Bray will line up alongside of him. Brandon Perry coming. Oh, Perry. Wrong track there, Perry. That's the road course. And Micah up into the wall on quali. That is not going to be where you want to park your car there, Micah. Jesse Erdman. Erdman goes P2. Just 0.033 off pace. He might have locked it. It looks like everybody is off track and not there. So let's hear from Doug Ward on this qualifying run and see how he feels about lining up pole here tonight. Dougie boy.
Hey there.
You got pole here at New Hampshire. How do you feel about this one?
Well, still a little bit of time, and some people who haven't done their laps yet. So, I mean, hopefully it sticks. You know, it's the time's a good bit far off from the best times in practice. So that's surprising me a little bit, and that's why I'm a little hesitant to say that I've got it locked up yet. But you know, this is, you know, my first pole ever, I think. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, feeling pretty good.
All right, any shout outs you got for anybody in the stands cheering for Wildberry Motorsports?
Well, you know, I've got to shout out the sponsor of tonight's race, which
ALS Association.
The ALS Association, of course. Great cause. Another cause to shout out, the Trevor Project. You know, run them on my car every week. Love to shout out you, of course, Brandon Smith, for putting on a great broadcast every week. Brandon Perry for putting on the great league. And yeah.
All right, man. Well, good luck. Hopefully it stays on front. And Wildberry fans, he might have finally did it. He might have finally got a car up at the front row here. So I might have picked wrong. All right, Doug. Good luck, buddy.
Thank you.
Thank you. So Doug Ward sealing the deal for pole position here tonight. Up in the front row. Not seeing anybody else come out to challenge him, though. There's nobody entering the track. Nobody doing that. So I hope I'm safe on this. Hopefully I didn't go too soon. Don't go anywhere. We are less than 2 minutes away from the start of this race. So hopefully we have some fun.
Oh, here we go. Walking, talking like you know I want your pretty little singer. I'm
All right, we are very close now to this qualifying session coming to an end. Less than 10 seconds away. These guys have been practicing all week. Hopefully they narrowed it down. Who's going to win? Put your votes in, everybody. If you got a favorite driver out there you're picking to win, we all know who Jamie Pugh's pick was. It was Jack Scoville. Mine was the long shot. And Robert Lawson. But here we go. Let's go to tonight's grid, brought to you by the ALS Association. On pole will be Doug Ward with that Ford Mustang number 07. And then we got the number 45, the PGR machine, Jesse Erdman. Rocking the house in the number 33. FedEx machine is going to be Ben Madden. Then we got Elliot Jacobson in that Liquid Death Chevrolet. Going back into row 3, it'll be Charles Balance in the Lights Out Racing Mean Green machine in that number 41. And then right alongside him will be the Red Bull Chevrolet driven by number 99, Kurt Bray. Back behind him, we got the 0, doing it for Devin, Gabriel Garcia. Then we got Rob Shaw in the 519, Robert Lawson in that number 47. Jack Scoville is bringing up in the 10th position at that number 56 Toyota Camry. And we got Mike Corvo in the number 97, Brandon Perry, followed by Micah Pocapani. That is such a wild name to say. Might be one of the toughest ones I've had to say in my entire broadcasting time. Pace cars out. These guys are ready to lock in and get driving. Let's go. Let's have some fun. Let's crank it up loud as we're about to play our speakers out tonight, so don't go anywhere. Get ready, drop that hammer, green flag flies, and we are racing here at New Hampshire for the first time here tonight. Doug Ward, Jesse Erdman, and look at this, Ben Madden goes through the inside line. Gets the move done, gets into second place, and remember in practice he was flying. When he gets out in front, what will happen, who knows? Remember, all the points are on the line. Everybody's trying to make up some positions. Charles Balance losing out a little bit here. He's got Kurt Braid in the back door. Gabriel Garcia is battling it out with Jack Scoville. Brandon Perry coming to the mix in the front as he's made up 4 positions already. Doug Ward is still out front, starting to maybe pull a gap here. Very slow on the corners. These drivers have to get on the corner and they have to make it stick. Charles Balance facing off Kurt Bray on the inside. Bray might be able to get him on the exit. He does. Balance can't make it happen. And Bray makes that move stick. see him start to kind of spread out. Look at this. Newcomer Micah Bocapani making the inside line. He has the line on Perry. Drag race down the back stretch, front stretch. I don't know which one that is. Somebody tell me which one that is. But he is trying to make the move. Perry up high into the wall as he loses that one. Tightened up on him. Bocapani comes around. He makes the move to get in there. What a job by him. Ward, Madden, Erdman, Bray, Balance our top 5. And look at this. Bray making a move. Inside line on somebody. Oh my. Bocapani's into the... What happened to him? No, he's doing so good. What happened? Bocapani, get your butt back in there. Fast repair that stuff up. Bust out the duct tape. Somebody help him out. Because he's going to need some help. Recover on that drive. Recovery drive time. Not a problem. He can do it. I got faith in him. Bocapani into the... Oh my, into the pit and might have just left. I'm not sure exactly what happened. Might have just had an engine failure. Did head into the pit too. Doug Ward, Ben Madden, Jesse Erdman. Erdman facing off against Kurt Bray. Bray looks to the inside. Has the inside line. Gets it in there. Goes even lower than Jesse. Erdman lets it go. He says, okay, you want to burn yourself up, go for it. We were talking about it all through the pre-race. So pre-race we were talking about it. Guess what? You don't want to do that. As drivers are here, and hopefully Bocapani gets back in here. I don't know exactly what happened to him. If anybody's cheering him on, I don't know what happened to your driver. Ward, Madden, Bray, Erdman, Balance. Balance making a move on the high side of Erdman. Erdman nearly door to door and makes a move go on Balance. Balance just lets that go. Smart move out of Balance. Let him burn his stuff up. If he wants to let the big dog eat. If he wants to eat those tires up, let him eat those tires up. It ain't gonna affect your race one bit. Balance scraping against the wall. Didn't like the right side decal anyway. Brandon Perry facing off against the driver pick. Robert Lawson. Lawson making trying to get back in this fight. We got Jacobson, Bocapani and Mike Corvo not checked in here. They're screwing up my live stream here a little bit. Doug Ward is out in front screaming. There we got Madden and Bray. What can be done at this point? Doug Ward is on rails. He's absolutely on rails. We go back here, we look back here. It is a dog fight. I said let the big dog eat. I didn't expect so many of them to be hungry. I tell you what, they are just absolutely having a blast in the mid pack here. As Erdman goes really high, you can't get that high, Erdman. I can tell you why not, but don't want to hear that answer. Brandon Perry and Robert Lawson still back here battling. As we're watching the gaps all the way down, the field is actually starting to get spread out just a little bit. Not terrible. They're still within fighting distance of one another. And one good lap can screw it up for everybody out there. Erdman lighting him up into the turn. You just got to watch that entry. If your car's not entering, what can I tell you? Back the corner up and make it enter where you want it to. Don't keep running the same line, doing the same brake zone and expecting a different result. It's just going to kill your car. It's going to kill your tires, kill your car. Game over, front right, bye-bye. Just saying is how it is at times. But Doug Ward and Ben Madden. Madden is still trying to find that speed, same speed as Doug Ward. Of course, you do have Kurt Bray. Been showing a lot of promise on this run. Staying up into the top 3. Getting this car where it makes the most sense. And oh my, back stretch, yellow flag flies. It looks like it's all on Gabriel Garcia, so let's go back and take a look at this and see what happened with Gabriel. That brought out our first caution of the night here. Gabe looks like he's trying to battle it out with Scoville. It just lights up. He goes inside, tries to correct it. Tries to get it back on just to save it. Now, there's the 519 and Brandon Perry trying to make it past him, I think. Did Perry get past? Goes all the way around, full 90. That would be what brought out the caution, especially on the race line. And there we go. That was brought out the first one. Now let's go to what happened with Micah. We'll see what happened with Micah here. And we'll just go high speed because it didn't really bring out the caution. Micah's just into the turn. It looked like no bump. He tried to keep it on the high side a little bit, but just wouldn't turn on him. Tightened up. Light little bump. He has a fast repair. I don't know why he exited so soon. But there we go. It looks like Doug Ward, two drivers going into the pit, maybe taking on some fuel, getting maybe fresh sets of tires. Doug Ward is on front and leading this race. Don't go anywhere, as I will be back very shortly with the start of this restart.
It has been established that persons who have recently died have been returning to life and seeking human victims.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag flies once again here in New Hampshire. Doug Ward, Kurt Bray, right there. Erdman, Scoville in a battle, side-by-side racing here. Perry and Garcia are battling this one out, along with Rob Shaw is trying to get into this fight here. Drivers have to remember to stay calm, though. They got to keep a level head, even if in this tight pack racing here. They got to keep it. Then Kurt Bray takes over the lead. Doug Ward, Scoville, Erdman, Perry are top five. So now it's starting to maybe see who can rise to the top here. Now, a few drivers did not pit. Now, on the front, those guys clearly did not pit. Interesting strat out of those guys. I don't know if the strategists know this, but fuel is needed also. However, when you're back here behind with Rob Shaw and you got some guys want to maybe push this 3 wide, 2 wide racing, it is a hornet's nest. And Rob Shaw finally got clear, but Ben Madden is stuck in that. Charles Balance pushes the inside line, Ben Madden gets the pass done. Great job out of Balance on a very nice pass. Robert Lawson started to show some promise. He's gotten into the top 10 here, as he is one of the drivers to watch here tonight with Scoville. But look at this. Scoville makes the pass on Doug Ward. Gets it into the inside. Look at this big block out of Rob Shaw or Doug Ward. I'm not sure which. But Shaw has the advantage, and he makes the pass on Doug Ward. Ward is in trouble. Oh, never mind. I got the wrong car. That was for Jesse Erdman. They got the same color car. My bad. Doug Ward is gotta keep it clean here, though. Rob Shaw, though, gets around Brandon Perry outside of the top 5, but looking for a good finish here at New Hampshire. He has managed some good finishes here. He has done a great job here for. And now Ben Madden applying that pressure to that number 21, which could really shake some things up. And to top it off, Charles Balance, who does have some short pace, maybe looks to make this one happen some more. Looks like Mr. Balance is stuck in a three-way fight right on the heels of Brandon Perry. This battle back here is really fun to watch as those two. Let's just hope none of them get into one another, as they got to be careful. It's not a bash to pass. You got to actually control the car a little bit as drivers make that move. And Charles Balance. Oh, I think he just pulled the late brake. He pulled that trigger a little bit late here. He's got Rob Shaw in his sights in the drag race. And you know what? Let him burn it. Some of those drivers might let it happen. Brandon Perry is he's a master of letting you just burn your stuff up and just taking the position as it comes later on. He's done it to me multiple times, just saying. Not fair, not fun. Oh, yeah. Keller, it is definitely a great track here. I do not know if it's still going to be a cop yellow. These guys are really racing calm. We're 23 laps into 160 laps. You know what? I just say keep it going green and not even worry about it. But up the front, check it out. Kurt Bray, Scoville facing off. And now we got Jesse Urban entering the picture. Urban has been up in the fight for the front three all season long. He's been elbows out, ready to rock and roll. Doug Ward losing out. He went from first, and he's falling backwards into the wall a little bit, and Ward goes, as that is not going to help it. You got to protect that front right, buddy. You got to protect it. You can't just burn that stuff up. Balance coming off of the turn. He's facing off against Ben Madden, and Perry loses out on 2 positions. And look at this. Here's the 47. That's Robert Lawson. He's coming through. Perry might be in trouble. Did Perry burn up? Maybe. We're not sure yet. But Perry is facing off against three guys back here. That is Ben Madden, Robert Lawson. Oh, Madden hard up into the wall. You know what? This is some great racing going on. Side by side draft engaged. Keep it clean, guys. Keep it clean as Robert Lawson gains another pick. Perry nearly into the rear bumper. Perry lets it hold him, but check this out at the front. Erdman, Scoville, and trying to get around that man right at the front. Kurt Bray. Remember, Kurt Bray he's been a delight here. Every time he shows up, he's like a boss. He just rolls in there and be like, I'm gonna drop that hammer, and then he throws it down. So Kurt Bray out front. Jesse Urban trying to chase him down. He's got to get a better line. Not the high side, Urban. That's how you burn your stuff up even more. Scoville, Balance making some moves. He's making his work his way to the front. Rob Shaw, Ben Madden, Robert Lawson is entering the picture for the front 5. He's in that fight. He is up there. He is in it to win it here tonight. So Bray, Erdman, Scoville, Balance, Rob Chaub, Ben Madden, and Robert Lawson, Doug Ward, Brandon Perry, Gabriel Garcia bring up our top 10 here tonight. Brought a couple more. Mike Pokapani is in the hauler. He's all exclusively, I think he's done here for tonight. Same with Corvo. I don't know what the deal is. You know what? You just should have. Yeah, you gave it a go. You got on the track. Bray under some serious pressure though now from Erdman.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
And yellow flag flies. I believe this might be this should be a. It looks like it is a competition caution. Not seeing anybody in the pit, nobody there, so competition caution. So let's hear from Jamie Pugh, see if he's noticing anything on his end that could be affecting the drivers. Jamie!
How's it going, Brandon Smith?
Man, exciting night. I know you're probably setting up a pit or something. But you are here tonight. I mean, these guys, where you tell, what's the excitement down at what kind of excitement are you sensing down in pits?
Oh, the guys are all having fun. We're watching some pretty good racing. Right now, I'm just getting some tires set up, ready for the next run here. You're seeing some of these guys. What are you noticing? Maybe some of these drivers are maybe making a mistake on the short run. Yeah, I mean, it's a product the guys pushing early, and they want to see how far they can get the tires to go before they give up. And obviously, as we saw that, you push too early, 15, 20 laps, they're junk.
All right, well, hopefully you keep your guy in line. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you. So, Jamie Pugh, give us some inside advice of what's going on. Charles Balance stays out. He's a madman. I cannot agree with this pit strategy. I'm sorry. I cannot get on board with Balance's pit strat. I would say he should be pitting. The front right is damaged. Get that thing in. Get it patched up. Do what you need to. But, man, these guys, why no pit? But Charles Balance is going to lead the way with Kurt Bray on this restart. Don't go anywhere, race fans. Glad to see everybody in the chat. But it is not over, as pit strats has been the name of the game all season long. We'll find out what happens tonight.
Too long, I can't make it on my own steam, but it won't be long. Once in a while we're allowed to dream that we're gonna make it through the night. We're gonna journey to the light. We're gonna make it through the night. Whoa. We're gonna make it through the dark. We're gonna find out who we are. We're gonna make it through the dark. No one can tell us who we are.
They come to the restart zone one more time. Jenna Lee calls it game on here, and Charles Balance, he did pit on the last one. Big check up in the back. Doug Moore gets through, gets around Scoville high up into the. He had a big run, had the opportunity. Balance and Bray, right on the front there. Balance lets go. He did pit on the last caution, so that could be the case there. But check this out. Scoville is coming around now, along with Doug Ward. Gabriel Garcia tried the inside move. It failed. He loses out big time. As, SpaghettiOs. That cost him there. He's going to drop back a little bit. He got the 519 Rob Shaw at his heels. But look at this. Jesse Erdman is in contention there. Oh, that's not Jesse Erdman. That was Rob Shaw. But anyway, we look at Jesse Erdman. Here, he's battling it out with Balance and Ward. And just trying to work around. Now, Balance has got to be careful here. You know you got older tires than the other guys. You got to be safe. Where's it going to bang? Where's it going to help you out? You know what is going to help you out in the final lap? And that is, it's that simple. We go look at this pit strategy here. We see the top 4 all fresh tires, including Shaw. Now, Charles Balance. What was he thinking? 22 lap old tires, doesn't take a pit stop. Of course you're going to lose positions. Robert Lawson coming down pit road. That is not good news for him. Oh my goodness, this is not how these guys wanted this to go. But you know what? Sadly, that's how it goes. Bray battling it out with the Ruger man, Jack Scoville. Scoville right on the rear bumper. He says, let me pass. And Kurt Bray pulls out the old Gandalf type deal. He's like, thou shalt not pass. Kurt Bray is giving him a run. He is not going to let him just go easy. This is the battle at the front, side by side. I don't know if they call this drag racing or what, but these guys are game on, elbows out. Erdman got high up near the wall. That got him hugged up with Rob Shaw. Scoville comes through and gets the pass on Bray. Shut him down, Scoville. Shut him down. As this is Jamie Pugh's pick was Jack Scoville. So one of us is going to be right. I feel it. Of course, Robert Lawson now had to pit a little bit early. He pit under green. Devastating. Oh, not a good idea. The other guy that could find himself in the back foot, Charles Balance. I don't know about this, but you know what? Ferrari in 2022 could have came up with a better pit strategy. Just saying. You know the year when Ferrari was confused in the pits, they didn't know what they were going to do in the pits, they didn't know what car was coming to the pits? That year. That's who Charles has for his pit strategist. He should have pit. It's cost him big time. You know what? If you don't want to set up a proper strat, that's what you get. Just saying. He should have pit. Scoville, Bray, Erdman. This is a dogfight. We've been saying it all night. You know, the Major League saying and everything else. We already said it too many times. But these guys are here to battle it out. It is New Hampshire. It's short track. They will not care if they put a door in you. They're just going to drive. Rob Shaw makes big move. Late break, a little bit later on the brakes than Garcia. Gets the inside move done. Gets around and a little bit loosey-goosey on the exit there. He might have found one of our banana peels. Scoville, Bray, Doug Ward. Ward looking to make a move on Bray now. Bray might find himself losing out here. Kurt Bray is steadily losing out on positions here. I don't know if this is by strat, just trying to avoid that front right. But he does have to be a little bit cautious here. Doug Ward, Jesse Erdman, Gabriel Garcia, Rob Shaw. Now look at this. Charles Balance is back here. He's going to wind up facing off against Elliot Jacobson here. If Elliot gets that thing dialed in, that could be trouble. There's Ben Madden, Brandon Perry, Robert Lawson is coming in a lap down after early on pit stop. He's going for an early undercut strategy, I guess. Keller, I do not doubt that one bit. As we do have Dak Scoville fans in the stands. Great to have you on board, guys. You guys are great. It's a blast. As I did pick out Robert Lawson, but my picks generally don't get me anywhere. As he was the long shot here tonight. Scoville and Erdman. Erdman and Bray are not finding the same pace. So this week, once again, Scoville has pace. He's on rails. He brought that chit train to New Hampshire, and it could help him out. Now, what he's got to remember is that he's got to be the unstoppable train here tonight. He's got to really push it. But at the same time, he's got to save. Where do you save? When do you cook them and book them? It's hard to say. I can imagine these guys are going to get about 40 laps in tire set. However, if you're not nice to your front right, like Mr. Jesse Erdman up there, your car's going to start handling like garbage, and it's just not going to perform the way you want it to, which could cost him in the long run, or it can pay off dividends just by pushing that car. So it's hard to say what he's going to do in that Toyota, but I can tell you he's trying everything he can here tonight. And Gabriel Garcia, once again, he is in third place. And he's working it. He's out there working it. He's doing his best for his little brother, and that's what it's all about. So let's just kind of see how this progresses here, because I'd really like to know exactly how it goes towards the end of the night here. I'm going to try and reset the liveries here, because I feel like they're wrong. Now I just don't know what car's what. They're going to reset here shortly, I'm sure. It's still bringing up some of the other ones. Amazingly though, Scoville is on rails. He's 1.23 the gap to Jesse Erdman. Erdman, of course, really wants the race win. He wants to get that win, get a win for the year. That'd be great for him. As they have, a lot of these drivers have led laps throughout this entire race season. We've had a few, every driver nearly has led a lap. And Rob Shaw tries the inside move, looks the inside, but has to back out a little bit, and that kind of cost him some time. Meanwhile, Elliot Dankson working around Charles Ballance. Charles Ballance, of course, did lead 3 laps, but I think it was on the cautions when he led them. Let's go to tonight's race recap so far to see how these drivers have stacked up thus far to see how it's going. There we go. We have gone 2 cautions, 6 laps. Of course, 3 lead changes. Scoville has led. Then, of course, we had Balance leading a lap. And, of course, Doug Ward was out in front for quite a few of those laps, along with Kurt Bray. So Kurt Bray, Doug Ward all leading laps. Then you had Scoville, he led some laps. Charles Ballance. And he's actually having some more trouble, so and it could be those worn tires. Very well could be worn tires, so hopefully it stays stacked up. Look at this, Doug Ward battling it out with Rob Shaw. Just when I think I was going to be going to a commercial break, Rob Shaw pulls a fast one and says, no, not today. Doug Ward and him side by side. And Robert Lawson is right behind that. So Lawson doesn't want to get his nose in there, though. I mean, he's a lap car, he's a lap down. It's not going to help him any. Unless, of course, the caution comes out. So that would be kind of where that is. And it looks like Doug Ward holds off Rob Shaw for the time being. whole lot of stuff going on right now. So stay tuned from this brief commercial break from our sponsor, tonight's race sponsors, the ALS Association. Back here in New Hampshire, and guess what? It is such a great night. No cautions yet. Scoville's still on rails. Jesse Erdman is trying to find a line to catch him, and now he's started to close that gap to about 0.9 seconds. Gabriel Garcia is still sitting back, still relaxing. Just keep calm. Go chive on, dude. You're gonna get there. And Kurt Bray in the Red Bull machine, battling back, get to the front. Currently running 4th place. Can he get there? Maybe. He's a very talented individual, along with Doug Ward, who showed so much promise so far to get a race win, that he can do it. He's able to, along with Rob Shaw hunting down that hat trick, find himself in 6th place after 58 laps here. Now, early on, if you remember right, we've seen a couple guys get into trouble early on. Of course, early on trouble did start with Gabriel Garcia going around as he turned his car into the merry-go-round. And of course, Micah Pocapani making it, getting to the wall and then exiting shortly after, as just was not his night. Maybe we'll just chalk it up to engine failure for him. Scoville and Erdman, though, still pedaling this one out, as Erdman did close that gap, but did Erdman find a trick that Scoville might not have thought of? I'm not 100% sure. I can tell you I think he might have. But every time when we're watching this line, he's coming up dangerously close to that wall. Now, if you make contact front right on these machines, it is not good. You don't want to do it. Remember what, Keller? What did I remember? You know what? If this is involving driver names, you try to pronounce some stuff once in a while, man. The fun ones come from Russia. It's always ends in a ski or something like that. Interesting deal. Charles Balance, Brandon Perry go down pit road. So, and Rob Shaw going down pit road. Interesting. This is going to shake up the beach. So, they are pitting early. Maybe they're going for an undercut here. I don't know why they tried for the undercut here. Perry and Balance, Rob Shaw, they're all going for an undercut strat. Scoville, Erdman, Bray, Garcia, all maybe watching what each other's doing, as Bray did get around Garcia. I suppose he got time to go catch up on that one. Let's see if I can find that one. Here we go. We'll just go back to this pass here so you guys can see a pass. This is Bray's pass on Gabriel Garcia. Oh my, there's Brandon Berry. Barry gets in front of Garcia and just had to keep it clean. It's the Lapper's job to get around safely. So that kind of chalks that one up. So I was wondering where that one came into play. Now Garcia, of course, did have some pace, so we could expect to get the pace back. And now Doug Ward going down pit road. Ben Madden, of course, a little bit of nose damage on that 33 machine. He might have been getting into somebody. Whose car was pink there? But it looks like Brandon Perry's kind of battling out with Rob Shaw. Now Scoville is still out in front. He's still battling Jesse Erdman. Erdman is trying to make him make that mistake. However, fun deal. Those two are both on the same team. Inter-team battles with one another. And Erdman gets the inside line, gets the pass on Scoville. A big bump! Erdman and Scoville, team on team crime. Somebody call the doctor on this one, as they might have just screwed themselves out of this one. Bray and Garcia come around and say, see ya, we're gone. As Erdman and Scoville get back on it. And that one I'm sure will get reviewed after the race. Looks like Elliot Jacobson is going to have to watch the line on the exit here. Oh, he's coming down pit road. Okay, so that's fine. So very interesting. Kurt Bray, Gabriel Garcia, and Ben Madden jump up into third. Very, very interesting to see how this pans out. You know what? If it's Brandon Perry, probably a penalty, to be honest. Is Brandon Perry. Let's go take a look at his pit time. Just kind of confirm this one. No, it's the same 15-second deal. He's just 2 laps down. I don't know what's going on there. Kurt Bray, Gabriel Garcia, Ben Madden. What could have happened with Perry is that he came out right at the long time as the lap car going around. The lead lap car was coming around again. Kurt Bray, though, our leader, after a mistake from Scoville and Erdman. Garcia and Rob Shaw of the 519 now. Brandon Perry trying to set himself up for success here. Very interesting. So if Perry can get his lap back the old-fashioned way, that'd be great. But right now, he's actually got some pretty good pace. So Bray, Garcia, Madden, still our top 3. None of those guys are pitting. Let's take a look at the pit strategy, see how many laps are going on. They're on 38 laps. Other drivers were pitting right around like lap 30 or so on their tires. But here's the interesting part. I mean, yeah, they might have pit early, but I think this could help them in the long run. Mostly on the basis that if it does stick, I mean, let's face it, we're less than 100 laps to go here. If you have that, if you go to a last minute caution, and just so happen, if it's a last minute caution and you have an extra set, you have the advantage. So this is going to get really interesting. Jack on Jesse Crime. Yeah, it is really a Jack on Jesse crime. I'm sure it will get reviewed afterwards. But it looked like solid racing from up here. Just He just accidentally got into him, lifted the car just enough. Good old bump and run, but backfiring. Drivers are kind of spread out. Ben Madden coming down the pit road. Now, I gotta imagine that Kurt Bray and Gabriel Garcia up there in front, they're burning up too much time right now. They're running 31, 32 seconds for Kurt Bray. He's starting to slow down on his lap time. You don't want to lose too much pace. Now, interesting enough, Rob Shaw has entered this fight. He has really entered the fight now. As he is going for the hat trick, he is all in, game on. So did Kurt Bray and Gabriel Garcia let this slip through? Maybe Rob Shaw would be out front at the end of the pit cycle. He's leading the lap cars. So very interesting to see where this is going to progress by the end of it. There's Kurt Bray facing Kurt Bray losing out to Jesse Erdman. Erdman's going to get a lap back. Very interesting. As that is not what Kurt Bray wants to see happen. Shaw Erdman they're working getting their laps back the old-fashioned way. I'm still trying to figure out who is in the pink car. As it's Mike Corriveau. He's on the track. He's the lap down, 56 laps down, but he is joined in the fight for ALS here tonight. He's doing great. He's up there, rocking it in 12th place, 56 laps down. What could possibly go wrong? This is great track time, actually. Seat time equals track time. All the track time you can get is good. And, oh my, door to door out of the 47. Just about devastation out of that glide machine. Good news is Bray backed off. Let him go around. That is Robert Lawson working to get a lap back. Doug Ward got him to get him. This is bad for Kurt Bray. What is he thinking? Somebody tell me what this man is thinking. Him and Gabriel Garcia are not pitting. They're losing their laps. Gabriel Garcia bringing it down pit road. Maybe he heard the call out here. Gabriel needing to get a pit. Kurt Bray's probably going to need to do the same thing. You're losing out to lap cars. You're not going to gain that lap back here. These guys are 80 laps in, the halfway point, and you're not pitting. The man's I don't know. Somebody get me in touch with a strategist. These guys are pulling out some crazy strats here tonight. Kurt Bray, of course, might have pit a little bit too late. Now, the good news is that Rob Shaw, Jesse Erdman, Doug Ward all have their lap back. Gabriel Garcia has gone a lap down. It looks like Jacobson's a lap down, but check this out. We're going to have a whole group of guys get their lap back. And as they are, Kurt Bray's coming down pit road. Don't lose out on that lap deal. So go Rob Shaw, Jesse Erdman, Doug Ward, Gabriel Garcia after this pit cycle. It looks like we're having a lot of guys get their lap back, including maybe Brandon Perry. Brandon Perry might be able to get his lap back. And Robert Lawson, as Kurt Bray is starting to come out of pit road. Rob Shaw is now our race leader. going for the hat trick. He's out in front with that SimQuest machine. We don't want to see a caution here. And then we see Jesse Urban high up near the wall. I don't believe there's contact there. So now they're back out, and Kurt Bray and Gabriel Garcia can continue on where they started, as they are... Okay, so they did not lose out on the lap. So the good news is that they keep their stuff, and they don't have the lap back unless SDK is playing tomfoolery games with me. Yeah, Keller, I agree with you on that. Desi and Jack, usually if something happens between the two, both of them are just like, what was that about? And then they move on. They don't dwell on it like a few drivers I know. Rob Shaw, Jesse Urban, Doug Wertz in that chase to win tonight's race. Scoville on newer tires though. So let the race begin. It's the awareness for ALS 160 here on the Blackout Racing Network. Don't go anywhere as we take a brief message from ALS Association.
Lions roaring in the morning sun, searching for a longer day. People feeling like the light has just come. We must never stop the way. Yeah. Birds jumping and I hear my name, grasping into a life. Life is happy but it's so insane. We must merely make a start. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah, the beauty of the world. Savannah, let's all take a roll. Savannah. Gonna come. The birds have just begun. We will always take a stand for the people, for the land. Let's go back to when we were young. For the animals we stand. Let's go back to when trees were swung. Across the land. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah, the beauty of the world. Savannah, let's all take a roll. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah, the beauty of the world. Savannah, let's
like Robert Lawson challenged Brandon Perry a little bit. Now remember, Lawson's got to be careful. You know, you got to be careful on some of these turns. And now Jesse Urban comes in to lead this race. After it looks like Rob Shaw would have took a late pit. Urban is gonna have to be careful on those entries there, as I don't want to burn it up too much. Jesse Urban sitting on, coming across the line. He's starting to lead some laps. You know, of course, nearly, it looks like a few drivers on the front have led some laps, except for Gabriel Garcia. Garcia challenging Ward. Ward on the high side, Garcia on the inside. What's he gonna do? You know what? Late break it. Late break it. Get into a door. There he goes. Yeah, let it rip, buddy. Just let it rip. Garcia getting around. Ward as he's going into the pit now. So very interesting pit strategy is becoming critical here. We're seeing pit strategies all over the board here. Very big time pit strategies are coming into play here. This is what we like to see here. As Jesse Urban currently leads, Kurt Bray is in second, and he's getting held. Oh my! As Scoville's actually getting into that fight. He's battling with Brandon Perry. That's a battle for position. Kurt Bray had to work around the traffic. Scoville takes the inside line on Perry. Perry, not a whole lot he can do here. As Perry goes way up top, Garcia's right behind, trying to get around Perry himself. Oh my, nearly door to door with the two. Near door to door with Garcia and Perry. I think they're maybe a millimeter between them. I think I can squeeze a piece of paper between there. Almost. Hopefully everybody's enjoying the race so far. Remember, if you haven't yet, pass a donation to a local or even a nationwide ALS association anywhere near you, or I think a lot of people, you heard a few of them called off in the pre-race show. But that's what these guys are racing for here tonight. They are raising awareness for ALS. It's tragic to watch family members and everything that go through this. Next week, you're going to want to stay tuned for these guys as they travel to Hotlanta, one of my favorite tracks to broadcast. As it's going to get hot in Hotlanta. And one of the first super speedways that's an intermediate track. In fact, it's the only intermediate super speedway. So very interesting race there as they try to see who can come out on top. And then, of course, for the first time in prime grid racing history, these drivers travel to Portland. And that one is going to be the first road course of the season. Of course, later on in the season, in week 14, they're going to travel to Dakota West. So you won't want to miss any of that action. So as it goes now after pit stops and everything else, Erdman, Bray, Garcia, Jacobson coming into the picture. So Elliot Jacobson, driver that number 13, has had a rough couple 3 weeks, but he's coming back into this. Finds himself in the picture for a top 5. Ben Madden is in the top 5 now. Balance is working his way out of his, who knows what pit strategy out of him. And Rob Shaw, Scoville. And we got Ward and Perry rounding up our top 10. Now, Robert Lawson losing out big time this week. He's back in 11th place. It's going to help him points-wise to get back into it a little bit, but not as much as what a win or something like that would do. As these guys are, oh my, Yeah. We've just got an update with Micah, and Micah had an engine failure. So tough go of it first week. Erdman, Bray, Garcia, Jacobson, Madden, and are our top 5. Field is kind of spread out right now, so they're really spread out. But check this out. Gabriel Garcia is still in the fight for the top. He wants to get a race win here. I'm sure his little brother's waiting for it. But we do see new drivers emerging up to the front here. You know, Jesse Erdman, if he gets a win here, it'd be the 3rd driver to collect a race win in this league, which would be pretty special. And of course, Gabriel Garcia, we're trying to work it. But back here, Elliot Jacobson, he's got 58 laps to go. Now, what strat's going to work here? It's hard saying this early, to be really critically honest with it. You know, he's burning up tires. If they have burned up their sets, obviously you're not going to make it the full distance. You do want to keep one in the reserve in case of a green-white checker finish or a late caution. Now keep in mind when we go and look at everything that's progressed here tonight, it's been amazing. So far tonight, we have seen multiple lead changes. Let's go take a look here. We've seen 6 lead changes here tonight and only 2 cautions so far. Most of the season had to have been last week. If I remember his showdown at the end from last week, that was amazing. But we are still going green here. Not too much excitement happening on the track. So what better time to take a brief break, let you guys listen to the sounds of New Hampshire as Jesse Erdman leads this thing. All right, I hope everybody enjoyed the sounds of NASCAR here. Jesse Erdman having an amazing race so far, though. He's got a 2.6 gap to Kurt Bray. Now, Kurt Bray, I hope he has a little bit left in the tank to go catch him because he's chasing Rabbit right now. But it does appear like Jesse Erdman does have something figured out in that number 45 machine. It's very interesting to see. Now remember, at the beginning of this race, when I went through the points, Jesse Erdman is in a battle for the lead of points. He's in second place in points by just 15 points. If he can get the win over Bray, that's gonna lessen that blow and shorten that gap. But at the same time, if he wrecks out, guess what? That's not going to help your cause any. as we'll see some points shift around at the end of this. Gabriel Garcia could find himself jumping a few spots too. If he can get another good finish here tonight. One guy that might find himself out of contention for those top deals is Charles Balance, as he could find himself losing out some more positions just by drivers scoring a little bit better than him on the pit strategy. And there's Doug Warrer getting in trouble from Kurt Bray. Kurt Bray getting held up a little bit in lap traffic. That will definitely help out Erdman. Or as we could just say Enderman. I mean, I think he likes that last name Enderman anyway, so we'll just call him Enderman from now on. I'm just kidding, Jesse. You know I'm messing with you. Kind of trying to watch out on these guys. Now, Elliot Jacobson, if he can get a good solid finish here tonight, that's going to help his point standings out pretty good, as he's had first couple weeks a little bit rough, a little bit shaky, not quite the finishes he wanted. But here tonight, it is elbows out, game on. He is here to play. And we're seeing what that number 13 can actually do. And these drivers have got to just remember, they got to stay dialed in the whole race. No, not CP. You're going 160 distance. I don't know how many guys can go 160, but we could actually witness Jesse Erdman get a race win this season on an oval, not a road course. So this one he's a road master. He loves road courses, but he really likes to bring home, would really like to bring home a win here in an oval. Which is not going to be easy, as he's actually increased that gap. 5.7 the distance here. As he is just making it stick. And now he brings it down pit road. Don't screw it up now, Erdman. Don't you screw it up. And Kurt Bray's going to come in and he's going to regain the lead. A few drivers are getting grabbed new positions. Elliot Jacobson's bringing it down pit road right now as we're talking about it. Was going to allow Ben Madden and Rob Shaw to come through. Very interesting last minute strats here. You know, these guys are able to get and claw out. Are they able to claw out those tires? It's about 38 laps out of those tires for the leaders, but Ben Madden an amazing 43 lap old tires. And same with Erdman, 49 lap old tires. Jacobson 49 laps. So they're getting nearly 50 laps out of those tires. They are inside the pit window. Did they play this out and go for the undercut just right? Possibly. Bray and Garcia have got to maybe try and chase him down a little bit. But they got to also remember, Erdman is on fresh tires. Bray nearly caused himself a position there. Garcia coming down pit road. Bray stays out. Rob Shaw's going to come into second place, it looks like. Doug Ward is going to settle into third if they can get around Garcia. on this pit cycle. Yeah, it does look like Bray and Shaw are staying there, but look at this. Kurt Bray is battling it out with guys that are kind of battling for position. That's Scoville and Balance, but Balance is giving it up. As Scoville did have a not so blue flag type situation. Nobody likes to get taken out by lap traffic, just saying. You guys are going to be here next week? Or are you guys going to New Hampshire next week? There, Keller. I need a clarification here. Where are you Bednar's doing? Going to New Hampshire next week or going to race PGR next week? Kurt Bray bringing it down pit road, but guess what? That is going to open the door for Erdman once again. He's going to continue his reign of terror. Jesse Erdman might have a car tonight. Do not lose focus, Erdman. If you lose focus this race, I'm going to start calling you Enderman on stream. Every race. Doug Ward is chasing down Erdman though. Look at this. Kurt Bray's coming out. Gabriel Garcia is going to squeak past Bray. Gains the position, and now Bray finds himself back in fourth place as they got to work around Charles Balance for the so work around Balance, check. Put the lap traffic between me, absolutely check. Garcia puts the lap traffic in there and lets it go. Balance is just gonna give that up. He knows they're battling for position. Bray Garcia. Now, Balance is actually staying right alongside Bray, so interesting. But Garcia can't get the exit. Bray comes in. He's got open air to get to Garcia. Well, not open air. It's kind of dirty air to get to him, but whatever. And up in front now, if we look at Doug Ward, he's just working around some lap traffic here. As is Scoville and Corvo. Okay, so these guys are really making him work for it. As Kurt Bray and Gabriel Garcia, they keep calm. Kurt Bray goes around Garcia. We've got 35 laps to go, and these guys are showing us exactly why they are probably some of the best in sim sports. As far as keeping it clean and everything else, these guys are having a blast. They are not backing off the hammer, and they are not slowing down. Kurt Bray still working through the lap traffic, trying to get Doug Ward, who could actually put up a P2 fight here. Ward and making contact with the wall, and right when I say that, look, commentator Jinx. It's commentator Kurt, sorry. Garcia and Ward now battling it, as Ward could be in trouble. Of course, Rob Shaw is on the back end of the top five. Do have 27 laps. We've got a few laps remaining here. 33 to be precise. And these guys are starting to put laps on their new tires. Now remember, Erdman pit 12 laps ago. So he's got He's got to still make it all the way to the finish and lead the final lap. That's the lap that's going to matter. What can he do here? Stay out front. Defend if you can. But do not. This is where mistakes are going to cost you here tonight. As nobody's really given me an update on if anybody acquired a pit penalty or not. But we are seeing some very interesting pit strategies, including a couple 9.9 pit strategies out of a few drivers where they might have just threw on a set of rights and that was it. Would I have gone that way? No. I don't think I would have. I think I would have honestly taken all four here. But I'm not the one driving the car, so I can't tell you what would work and what wouldn't. However, Doug Ward bringing it down pit road. So Ward, after 38 laps, bringing it down pit road, he's going to lose out on some positions. Very interesting pit strategies. Very interesting. We got 30 to go. Still anybody's race. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned for this brief message from ALS. Back, and Jesse Urban is still out front. Does he have the fuel and the tires to go the distance here? That would be the bigger question I have. You know, you got Kurt Bray out front, and you also got Gabriel Garcia, but you know what? We're going to have a little bit of fun. We're going to bring up our race reporter and see what the strat would call for here. Jamie.
What's up, Brandon?
So you're the man in the trenches right now. You're down there. Drivers are doing great here. Keeping a deal. What is the fuel window here at New Hampshire?
I'm not so much worried about fuel as I am tires. I mean, we've proved already with Perry tonight we've blown 2 right front tires and we can't go more than 40 laps on right side tires.
So Jesse Urban being out front, do you think is he able to hold it together to go the distance on this thing?
I'm not quite sure when he pitted. I know it really wasn't that long ago. I think he has enough fuel to make it to the end. It's just a matter of if he can keep the car underneath him long enough and not blow a right front tire.
He's looking at 45 laps. He's gone 49 at his most. So
I mean, it's going to be close. I mean, I know a couple of guys, their strategy all over the board. I was talking to Gabe a little while ago, and, you know, even Gabe's been trying to push it 35, 38 laps on a, you know, tire run.
All right, well, hopefully it works out because this could be a show at the end.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you. So Jamie giving us some inside scoop here for how long these guys are lasting. I got to put it back on the live stream there. Sorry about that. But these drivers are, the strats are all over. You got Erdman, Bray, and Garcia all on a different strategy, but all right around a 4 to 5 lap time span of when they're pitting. Rob Shaw, Ben Madden, also on similar strat with the leaders. And then, of course, you got Scoville, and Ward is actually on the newest tires out there, just coming off the pit strat, along with Elliott Jacobson. So this one is going to be this one could be pretty interesting to see where they actually sit at the end and where they come out. And I'm really curious to find out. You know, Urban's guy is a terrific driver. Does he have what it takes to conquer this one? Maybe. It's going to be very close. Oh, Erdman hard up into the wall. That is not going to help that front right out, and that might have just hurt him. That might have actually just really hurt him, as Erdman looks like he's able to control the car, but does he have a steering issue now because of that front right, impact the front right? Of course, he's got Kurt Bray chomping the bit. He is chasing down the rabbit with 20 to go. Gabriel Garcia's in that mix with Rob Shaw and Ben Madden, absolutely trying to get this one done. But this is where I think Jesse might find himself in trouble, as it's only 1.3 the gap. Bray's chasing him down. Garcia's got a ways to go. He's 4.5 back. What can he do? Hope that there's a mistake at this point with how it's been going so far. Oh, Bray a little bit of wall scrapage. Slows him down about 0.1 the gap. So Jesse's high up into the wall. So whatever he did gain, he now lost because of that. So really interesting to see where this pans out as we come down to the final laps of this race. And of course, Jesse Erdman is hungry for a race win this season. We said it before, and he really wants to get a race win, get it under his belt for the season. I don't know if Kurt Bray's going to really push all too hard, but he's not going to just let him have it either. So there is some drive to get up there to the top. Of course, another notable in this race is Elliott Jacobson. If he can get a solid finish here tonight, that'll help him out in his run for a championship. And maybe just take it into next week. These guys are starting to kind of span out a little bit. Mike Corvo, of course, down 56 laps. Just out there putting some laps down. It's just like that sweet spot. Mostly because more laps, more well, I don't know if it's more laps, more points, but you have a chance of getting a better position. But at that amount of time back, I don't know how it exactly go. A whole lot of anything going on here. We're just gonna put it on the exciting stuff, let you guys listen to the sounds of the track going into the final 15 laps of this race. come back into this one, and Kurt Bray is losing time now. He's falling backwards. That's actually tight. Oh, Gabriel Garcia just about getting into Scoville. Garcia, of course, just trying to maintain this third place if he can. Looks like he's just out there just driving, just bringing it home. Make sure you get the position. Not just putting too much pressure on it. You know, and of course, Kurt Bray is 3.7 seconds back now to Jesse Erdman, Erdman has had an incredible race. An amazing 56 laps led so far, and not showing any signs of stopping. He's got 10 laps to go. 10 laps to crown himself a champion here tonight in that black and gold number 45 PGR machine. Of course, Prime Grid Racing's own cars out in front. You got a couple of them out here. They also got the baby blue machine driven by Brandon Perry, who's back 10th. Shockingly enough, he was doing really well, but then just had some struggle. Been kind of a struggle for him this race. I don't know if it's the strat, if it's the tire, but we have heard of guys blowing out front right tires twice in the race, which genuinely does not work out. You do not want to see that happen, where you can puncture the tires and cause a meatball, which does in fact force you to pit. So you do want to baby that front right tire the best you can, and that's where the oddball pit strategies come out, is just not having that tire. It's a safety issue, so they force you to pit. Definitely the final moments of tonight's race, as these guys are coming down to the wire here. If Jesse Erdman does get a race win and Rob Shaw finishes back and forth, that is gonna really tighten up the championship race here. Especially with Kurt Bray coming into second place. And also with Gabriel Garcia staying up in third place, that's gonna maybe jump him up in position. So the front five in this race could have great success in the points race. We are less than 3 minutes away from the finish of this, according to our timer, as drivers are still giving it everything they got. Does Erdman have the tires to go the distance? The final strat on this thing has been incredible. 40 laps already, and we're hearing from Jamie Pugh that drivers were having a hard time at 40 laps with them. It all depends on how you care for the tire. If Erdman punctures, Bray wins. If any of the guys in the front puncture, we could go into a green flag. They'll have to pit, and we could finish under some different circumstances here with a different guy coming up on top. So for the next 4 laps, they have to basically stay where they're at or try to push it. But where do you gamble at? Nobody knows exactly. It's not an exact art. But I can tell you that this man right here, Jesse Erdman, is patiently counting it down. He's probably watching it out as he's coming up with just about 8 turns to go. So the Magic Mile's been good to him. Kurt Bray still falling backwards, 5.1 the gap. Gabriel Garcia 18.9. Rob Shaw, 27.3 seconds back. So Jesse Erdman on rails, going into what could be the final lap. Deciding a race winner is going to be done hopefully right after this lap. White flag flies here in New Hampshire for the awareness for ALS 160. Jesse Erdman out front, dominating lead. 5.5 the gap. He's got one set of turns left. As long as he does not spin, he's going to be good. Don't blow it, Jesse. You know what I'm saying? Don't blow it. And Jesse Erdman crossed the line, winning the ALS awareness for ALS 160 right here on the Blackout Racing Network. First race win of the season, and not on a road course as they travel to Portland next week. Man, what a drive out of him in that PGR Toyota. And you see them both, they're coming up to the checkered flag together, both cars side by side. Three members of PGR right there as Jesse Erdman gets the dub here. And let's see if he's going to give me a smoke show. As long as Perry's not screwing it up. Let's see if he's going to give him the smoke show now, if he's going to allow this one. And there he goes. He's lighting it up right up against the wall. As we go to it, we're going to hear from Ben Madden. Oh, let's see if he gives me a better one. Oh, look at that. There he goes. Lets it rip. Erdman giving me a great smoke show there. Now let's hear from driver of the number 33, Ben Madden. Came a long ways to get in this one. And let's bring him on up. Ben. Oh, Ben?
Hello.
Hello, my friend. I know you got a sore throat right now, but you got top 5 here. How's this one feel?
I'm not surprised. Yeah, I got nothing, man.
All right. Well, I'll let you get out of here quick. Any shout outs you got to do for anybody that might be cheering you on in that number 33 machine?
Just shout out to my mom and everybody. Yeah, man, I gotta go.
All right, man. I'll get you out of here. Good luck in the next one. So Ben Madden, sore throat and all, great job out of him. Now let's hear from driver of that number 519. The 519 Chevrolet Camaro. Let's hear from Rob Shaw next. Rob.
Yeah, I got you.
Man, you got 4th place here in New Hampshire. How do you feel after this one?
From starting at the back, I'll take it. I think I tried something different than everybody else. I'm pretty sure I pitted one more time than everybody.
Yeah, it was a great show of strat out of everybody here tonight. What was it like once you got on those 40-lap old tires?
Oh, they were junk.
just on fire junk?
Yeah, after 30 laps, they were done. But I'm not too sure if the other guys knew, if you were to take 2 tires, the car was even quicker on 2 tires than 4.
I don't know if they did, man, but you did it. You got up in the top 5 once again. Any shout-outs you got to do for anybody cheering you on in that 519?
Yeah, just a big shout-out to the ALS community. I work with those people on a daily basis, and it's always a strong fight. And those people, I tell you, the strong will they have, the strongest people in the world I know. So shout out to them.
All right, man. Well, thank you for that. Great shout out, by the way. And I'm going to get you down to the guys. Great race here tonight at New Hampshire. So Rob Shaw getting the finish. And now let's go talk to him. Let's see if I can get him up on the actual deal here. Driver of that number 0, Redland Chevrolet Camaro. Gabriel Garcia. Let's hear from him, see how he feels after that. Gabriel.
What's going on, B.
Man,
Smith?
what a run. You got on the podium once again. How do you feel here tonight?
Pretty good. This was a clean, like I said, consistent race. The start of the race, I did say I wanted that. We got it. Got some damage towards the end, so my wheel was pretty much to the left, but we strengthened it out and got a top 3 finish. So good points there.
Yeah, man, you definitely had. You were running it up there. You weren't. It didn't look like you were trying to push that car too much to burn. Watch that front right. Was that the case that you were doing?
Yeah. Most of the race, I knew everyone was gonna burn their stuff up. So the plan was, as long as they were burning everything up, I was gonna be good, and it turned out to be that way. You know, had a little spin in the start, but after that, I just stretched it out to lap 30, and then you know, the way paid for us to get a top 3 finish. So it's good for me, good for the team ratio, and move on to New Atlanta.
All right, man. Well, great job there. Any shout outs you got to do for anybody that might be watching?
As always, thank my friends, family watching tonight, if they are watching tonight. Like always, appreciate Jamie for leading the way, giving me the pavement, and thank you, Brandon Smith, for always putting on these dope streams, and can't wait to see you guys next week.
All right, man. Well, great job here tonight, and congrats on a podium finish here tonight.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
There we go. That was Gabriel Garcia. Get him out of here. And then we got, bringing up next, driver of the number 99 Red Bull Chevrolet Camaro, Kurt Bray. If he's in a chat, he is not in a chat. So Kurt Bray, if he happens to be listening, he would say, pass your donation on to the next best ALS association or one near you, and he'd like to thank everybody for watching the Blackout Racing Network. Now we're going to move on to tonight's winner, the good old one-liner driver of the PGR Toyota Camry, Jesse Erdman. Let's hear from him. Let's see what he's got to say, what kind of one line he's got. Jesse. Hello. Oh, Jesse.
Yeah, I got you.
Man, you got to pay attention here. Anyway, you got the dub. You on an amazing strat call. How was this one for you?
You know, it was a little shaky at times. Scoville got into me a little bit there, and we had a little hiccup. But fortunately, I was able to, you know, originally wasn't going to pit that early when I got spun, but I just kind of had to, and so I pit, and then just kind of had to run a little bit longer to get back on strat, and it was a fun race. I kind of decided to take a different line, and I thought it was kind of saving my tires, so it actually kind of paid out in the end there, so it's a fun race.
Yeah, man, as the race went on, you know, we were noticing like you were able to get the drivers were complaining about 40 laps and blowing out at front right. What were you feeling on the number 45 when you got to like 40 laps?
There was a little, it got a little tight for me, but I was able to run. See, I ran from 55 to 115, I think. So I ran like 60 laps, and it was time to change tires. But I think my line kind of saved that right front a little bit.
Yes, I mean, it looked like on the corner you were trying like a diamond apex.
Yeah, I was just like really diving it in there, but I was trying to keep my wheel pretty straight, and then once I got up to the wall, I'd kind of crank it and try to straighten her out before I'd start hitting the pedal again. It was actually kind of driving it more like a road, you know, I was kind of pulling out some road tendencies there. because that usually doesn't work on a oval track. So, but it kind of worked today.
All right. Well, you did it. You got the dub here tonight at New Hampshire for the ALS Association. Any shout outs you got to do for anybody out there that might be listening or cheering you on in that number 45? Because I know RMR is already saying great job.
Oh, thanks, boys. Yeah, I'd like to just shout out both Brandon and Brandon Perry and John Scoville's, both his family. You know, they both are dealing with ALS, so I'd like to just shout them out, and hopefully they can, you know, get some relief that we're trying to, you know, raise some awareness from it. But I'd also like to shout out all the boys that show up every night, and yourself for putting on a great stream.
All right, man. Well, Jesse, I'm going to get you out of here. Great win here tonight, winning the Awareness for ALS 160 right here on the Racing Blackout Racing Network.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. So Jesse Urban bringing it home, gets the dub. What a night. He's got to be happier than a clam in salt water. For all the fans out there, these guys are going to be racing next week. I had a brief lapse in judgment here. That's right. Hotlanta next week. You won't want to miss it, as they are coming to bring us a show once again right here. And, you know, it's the holiday season. It's a season of giving. So why not give to the ALS Association? Or, if you were watching last week, the network did pass on a donation of the 10 toys as promised to the Toys for Tots. So it does go noticed that when people do give. And thank you for watching, everyone. I am out of here for the night. And I'm going to see you guys next week, and hopefully maybe this Saturday for a special F1 broadcast right here.